Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up weekdays. Catch us live, somebody. Let's go.
Good evening. Good morning and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys are all doing well out there, enjoying your day, making it positive, making it everything it needs to be, and more. I know, 3 times in one day. What the hell? What the hell is going on, right? Hamburger. Well, we're here for a third time, okay? Not once, not twice, but 3 times a lady. You know what I mean? We're having some fun today. Well, not some fun, but we're doing some serious work today. And there is a news story that I have been looking at in the corner of my eye for the past couple days. But we've been kind of hell-bent and very focused on Audrey, understandably. We've just been very focused on the developments with Audrey and all that. And like I said, today I was planning on starting to embark upon this particular case. But then the Laken Riley case kind of just fell into my lap, and I felt obligated to talk about that because that was a breaking story and that was developing. And now obviously that has come to some sort of conclusion. Some sort of conclusion. I wouldn't say it's done yet. Okay, justice has not been served yet, but I am looking forward to when we actually see justice being served with that one. But nonetheless, I told you guys I'd be talking about something that I feel is really important and that needs to be focused on, looked at. And this also screams Quentin Simon. At least to me, I don't know about anybody else, but this screams Quentin Simon. We got to get into it, but you know the intro. I got to do it, of course. Unfortunately, I got to, okay? But hit that like button down below if you're watching on Facebook. Hit that reaction button if you're watching over there. Please and thank you. Send it past 300 likes as you start to file in, because this is a story that needs to be told out here. I mean, I'm catching some content creators are starting to talk about it, but not everybody. And it's something that really needs to be out here, okay? This is just important as Audrey's case or as Laken's case or any of these other cases of missing kids or unthinkable things being done to people. This story needs some more light under the sun. This is the reason why I'm talking about it. And like I said, it's still very, very fresh and new for me. So hopefully for those of y'all who are still new to this, you guys are going to learn something as well. So do me a favor as well. Don't forget, hit that follow button if you're watching on Facebook. Okay, go to my Facebook page. Hit that follow button. If you're watching on YouTube, hi, what's up? Welcome to the Pascal Show. Crush that subscribe button, please, and thank you. If you want to support the channel, please, by all means, hit that enjoy button down below if you're watching on YouTube. Okay, become a member. Also, if you want to support the channel even further, go join my Patreon, patreon.com/the Pascal Show. If you'd like to support even more, go over to pascalmerch.com. Check out my merch store. We got some really, really great stuff over there. One of a kind stuff. All right. Handcrafted by these 2 hands type of clothing. Go check it out. pascalmerch.com. Trust me, you'll find something in there that you'll enjoy. Okay. Anyway, we got some things we got to get into. We got some tings we have got to get into. And like I said, you know, I haven't been able to get everything that I want on this particular case. So you guys are going to have to grant me or bless me with a little grace when I go through some of the things, when I try to get some of these links, some of these videos, etc., locked in and loaded for this particular case. Okay. But we do need to talk about this young boy right here. He is 3 years old. His name is Elijah View. Actually, I've heard Vu and I've heard it pronounced View. I've heard it 2 different ways. I'm going with View because it's V-U-E. To me, it sounds like View, but I've heard people say Vu as well. Okay. But he's 3 years old. And there has been a massive search looking for this young boy, this little boy. And like I said, this screams to me, at least, Quentin Simon. To me, this says a lot of Quentin Simon type stuff. Now, we don't know everything that has gone down. There are two people that have been arrested and are in custody. They have a bail of, they have been charged with something. Okay, which I'm very interested to get into that a little bit further with you guys, because like I said, I'm still brand new to this case. I'm still new to this story and all that, but I still wanted to bring this story and this conversation to you guys because it is just as important as anybody else's story out here. And right now, I mean, obviously, I know I'm going to be jumping ahead of myself right now, but because we're a few days behind, okay? Mind you, we're a few days behind. But now this search has gone out into a landfill. Remember I said Quentin Simon, right? This is kind of in the same vein, it feels like. Feels like we're going down that same route. Again, there's a lot that we got to talk about. We're going to get into it, okay? We got a lot to talk about, but this is, like I said, very, very heartbreaking and tough. But at the same time, they're still hoping that this young boy is still alive. But the fact that they're looking at in a landfill right now, or at least, at least today they were, says a little bit, says something different to me. Okay. Of course, not trying to be the negative person in the room, but at the same time, let's call it like it is. All right. Doesn't sound like they're looking. It doesn't look like this is a rescue now. It may be looking like a recovery. That's not great at all. Okay. So a little gambler said, not landfill again. Yeah. Real talk. Yeah. Don't worry. We're going to get into all of that, but I want to give you guys at least the bare bones of everything. There's a lot of stuff that, like I said, there's some things that I'm still working on, trying to make sure, like this is still very brand new. Okay, still very, very brand new for me. We're going to be talking about everything that we know of so far. There's some videos that we're going to be looking at, etc., to get you guys up to date, up to snuff to this with this whole particular case. So let's take a look at this one because this is great. I really do appreciate when we get articles that give us kind of just a breakdown of what they know so far, leading us up to like present day stuff. Okay, so I'm going to be hopping around this particular article because some things are a little bit like updated, at the top of this article. So you're going to see me hopping around. So if it seems a little disjointed and like it almost seems like a kerfuffle, just ride with me, okay? Just ride with me. All right. All right. So the search for 3-year-old Elijah View of Two Rivers. Here's what we know. All right. And let me just blow this up so that you guys can see a little bit better on what's going on. Where the heck did it go? Where the heck did it go? Hold on. Maybe it doesn't like me doing what? Where the heck? Okay. That was weird. Okay. Here we go again. So the search for Elijah View, a missing 3-year-old boy from Two Rivers, continues as multiple law enforcement agencies and hundreds of volunteers from Two Rivers and neighboring communities are part of the effort. Here's what we know about the search. Now, I'm skipping this segment here, talking about the mom and the man or her boyfriend. Okay, we're going to be talking about that in just a little bit. But I want to give you guys some information here. So it says Elijah View has been missing since Tuesday morning. So an Amber Alert was issued for Elijah on Tuesday afternoon. He's been missing since Tuesday morning. Police said the boy's caretaker reported they last saw Elijah at 8 a.m. and called local law enforcement at 10:59 a.m., basically 11 a.m. Tuesday. So his caretaker last saw him at 8. Then 3 hours later, a little less than 3 hours later, they called law enforcement. Okay. Same day. Police describe Elijah of being of Hmong, hopefully I'm saying that, and white ethnicity. Okay. So he is half Asian and half white ethnicity with dark brown hair and brown eyes. He's about 3 feet tall and has a birthmark on his left knee. Again, dark brown hair, brown eyes. He is 3 feet tall and has a birthmark on his left knee. Okay. Now, he was last seen wearing gray pants, a dark colored long sleeve shirt, and a pair of red and green dinosaur slip-on shoes. He may also be carrying a red and white plaid blanket. So maybe the photo, this one, the one that it looks like this is a blanket, it could just be a really big turtleneck. I don't know, or some sort of sweater that he's wearing in this photo. But this is Elijah View in this photo. Okay. FBI, many other agencies are part of the search for Elijah View. So in a Facebook post Thursday night, the Two Rivers Police Department said a large number of law enforcement agencies, municipal and county agencies, and missing children organizations are part of the effort to find Elijah. So a lot of people, all hands on deck with this situation, okay? And yeah, Yogi, cute kid. And what's really sad is we've been saying that a lot lately, haven't we? We've been saying that a lot lately, haven't we? Real talk. I hope they find this kid. I really do. I really, really do. The law enforcement agencies include the FBI, the Wisconsin Department of Criminal Investigations, the Manitowoc Police Department, the Manitowoc County Sheriff's Office, and the Sheboygan County Sheriff's Office. The effort includes canine searches, boat and UTV searches, and air search from the Wisconsin Army National Guard. The department said the search has included local rivers and landfills used by garbage collections in Manitowoc County. Now, let me just say this. You know, what's up with the landfills? Okay. But like I said, this is Quentin Simon, almost not, I wouldn't say to a T, but damn, this screams Quentin Simon. Okay. There are a lot of there's quite a bit of likeness with this case. There's just a lot of likeness to Quentin Simon. Obviously, these are two completely different. This is two completely different cases, but still, man, the fact that they're looking at landfills is just, it's beyond me. I will be completely real on that. The department asked the public in and around Two Rivers to check anywhere a small child could hide, climb, or fall. Check your own property for any items that don't belong to you, which could include anything from Elijah, the red and white and black plaid blanket, or dinosaur printed shoes. Check your surveillance systems from February 12th through February 20th. Look for anyone matching Elijah's description in your surveillance footage. You can also search public land for the aforementioned items or anything you feel relevant to this investigation. Okay. Now, of course, they say if you have any tips, please call the tip line at 1-844-267-6648 or the Twin Rivers Police Dispatch at 920-686-7200. Again, 920-686-7200. And they say if you know anything, please call immediately. Okay. Now, the police chief details the search for Elijah View and then, of course, asks the public to avoid rumors. Now, I think this is important because, of course, the internet streets, I think that there's a Facebook group discussion page now. There's people out here saying things and putting in their 2 cents, whatever. Okay. People are sliding into the group chats and saying a whole bunch of stuff that may not be true. Okay. The streets out here, them screets be talking. And especially if you are in these group chats, people going to start talking, right? And saying things that may not be true. But we've seen some things where some things are true and some things are not, right? It's kind of a toss up, right? It's a total cornucopia of lies and truths kind of just overlapping each other in those group chats, right? In those group discussions and whatnot. So I'm interested to see what they got to say here as well. So let's look at this. So at a press conference Wednesday night at the Two Rivers City Hall, Police Chief Meinert, hopefully I'm saying that right, said the search efforts have brought teams through neighborhoods, parks, and wooded areas. Since the moment Elijah was reported missing, our law enforcement from local, state, and federal agencies, along with dedicated volunteers and community members, have been working tirelessly around the clock to search every inch of our city and beyond into the county. That's what he says. So he said the search has been assisted by hundreds of volunteers. He says, I want to take a moment to express our deepest gratitude to anyone who has volunteered their time, resources, and support to assist in the search for Elijah. He asked the public to refrain from spreading rumors and false information about the search or investigation. The community also held a candlelight vigil for Elijah on Wednesday at the St. Peter, the Fisherman Catholic Parish in Two Rivers. And this is, of course, in Wisconsin, just so you guys know, because I'm sure a lot of you guys are going, Two Rivers where? Two Rivers, Wisconsin. Okay. Now, one thing I want to point out that I had a question about is, and it just popped in my head, and I'm wondering, okay, so of course they're asking for, about if anybody's seen anything, so on and so forth. Tips, call into tips. Man, I'm forgetting what I was going to say. That frustrates me. I'm sure it'll come back when it pops into my head again. But one thing I do want to say, this is what I remember. Now, this is what they said here. Remember Tuesday. Where is Tuesday? They said in the very beginning, where is that? Right about here. Okay, Tuesday. Tuesday was what? Wasn't Tuesday the 20th? Wasn't Tuesday the 20th? Hold on. Tuesday was the 20th, right? Tuesday was the 20th. Okay, so I just want to point this out. Tuesday was the 20th. They said the caretaker, the mom, okay, police say the boy's caretaker, mom, reported they last saw him at 8 a.m. Then 3 hours later, they called around 11 a.m. on that Tuesday, the 20th, right? But police are sitting here saying in this breakdown, which is interesting, they're saying check your surveillance footage, surveillance systems and whatnot for February 12th to the 20th. To the 20th. What did I say? To the 20th. But yeah, February 12th to the 20th of February. What's up with that? Could it be a little bit of a... Could they have lied? Said, hey, yeah, we saw him on Tuesday. We last saw him on Tuesday morning, right? When they actually saw him, what was the 12th? Last Monday, y'all. So police are saying, can you please look at surveillance footage as far back as last Monday up until the day they reported him missing. So he could have been gone. I'm just saying this, and this could be absolutely wrong, but there could be a possibility of him being missing for 8 whole days before they actually called 50 and said, Oh, he's missing. That's a possibility, y'all. Why would police want to see surveillance footage all the way back on the February 12th? That just seems a little bit strange, right? At least to me, it does. At least to me, it does. Let's go back up here because there's a little bit of information about the parents or about the mom. Correction. Okay. So Elijah's mother, okay, and of course, a Two Rivers man is charged with neglect. All right. So Elijah's mother, Katrina Barr, I think it's Barr. It's not Bauer. So it's Barr, I think. But she's 31 years old. A Wisconsin Dells was charged with party to a crime, child neglect, Friday afternoon. So today in Manitowoc County Circuit Court. Jesse Vang, her boyfriend, 39 years old, he is from Two Rivers, was charged with child neglect. And apparently he has a history of child A. He already has a track record with issues with children. Just so you know. So in a statement to the court, the DA, LeBray, said Barr had sent Elijah to stay with Vang for disciplinary purposes. Barr wasn't in Two Rivers when Elijah allegedly disappeared. So allegedly she wasn't in the area when this young boy vanished. But she gave the man, allegedly her boyfriend, Jesse Vang, control and, the responsibility of keeping an eye on Elijah because apparently she was trying to discipline her son. And then now, look at where we are now. Little kid is no longer nowhere to be found. They are in the middle, literally. Like I said, I'm talking about present tense right now. They have been looking in landfills, or they've been looking in a landfill. And these two are behind bars right now. You can't write this stuff, ladies and germs. You just can't write this stuff. All right? You really, really can't. It's unbelievable. Well, we got some more. I got some video too. We're going to look at those as well in a second here. But, I like going through these periodicals to show you guys some articles and all that to make sure you guys hear the receipts. Okay? Other than just hearing it from a reporter, Here in Two Rivers, Wisconsin, you know what I mean? And that's cool. That's fine. But at the same time, it's something when you get to hear more, when you hear it through print. It's pretty crazy, man. Pretty crazy. But let's continue. Police searching landfills, rivers for missing Wisconsin boy Elijah. And of course, mama is in jail. And I will just do this. Just saying, I think I'm happy. Mama locked up. She locked up. Okay. Mama locked up. All right. It's endgame for her. Real talk. It is endgame. It's a wrap for her and for her boyfriend as well, who also has history of child A, by the way. Okay. Let's get on with this. All right. So police in Wisconsin are searching landfills and local rivers in connection with a missing 3-year-old boy. We already know he was allegedly last seen around 8 a.m. on February 20th at his home in the 3900 block of Mishicot Road in the city of Two Rivers, according to investigators. We will leave no stone unturned. We just heard that a second ago, didn't we? Especially with Lakin's story. But that's interesting. We will leave no stone unturned. That's what the police department wrote on Facebook on Thursday. We will continue to see regular large-scale searches. We will continue to see similar large-scale searches as we receive tips and continue our search for Elijah. We are exploring all possibilities to locate Elijah. Police also announced on Thursday that the boy's 31-year-old mother, Katrina, had been arrested on an allegation of child neglect. Jesse Wang, who lives at the same address where he was last seen, where Elijah was last seen, was also arrested on an allegation of the same charge. Attorney and plea information for suspects was not immediately available. Elijah was reported missing by his adult caretaker, who called 911 on Tuesday morning. So his adult caretaker, they keep saying adult caretaker, so that must have been Jesse. That had to have been Jesse if he was over there hanging out. If Elijah was dropped off and put into under the supervision of Jesse Wang for disciplinary reasons, who else called? He was being watched by Jesse Wang. So it must have been Jesse Wang that called and reported him missing. But my question is, why? And this is the mama's face, by the way. This is the mama's face. Ay, chihuahua. But it does make you wonder, why would the police want to have surveillance from the 12th all the way from last Monday up until this past Tuesday? I feel like there was a lot more than just foul play going on. There must have been something going on. Like maybe Jesse did something, put his paws on this little kid last Monday or within the last week, right? And then just try to hide this out. Because you got to remember, they called and said that he was missing. You think that they called, said he was missing, and they took him and put him somewhere in the landfill on the same day? Hell no. They took their time. Jesse or mama did something really, really bad, then tried to get rid of the evidence, waited a few days, then called 911 and said, hey, her son is missing. That's crazy, guys. And imagine if this was a situation where it's just like Quentin Simon. Remember, Leilani. Remember Leilani? Leilani took that little boy, put him in a bag, took him to a trash bin, okay, and put him in it. And then the trash came, dumped, went out to the landfill, dumped him again, right? They were able to find him after days of searching. They were searching like crazy, right? So what are the chances of the same type of thing going on here? And see, that's the one thing I'm still trying to understand. So it was not the mother or the BF who called 911. See, that's the thing I'm trying to understand. When they say caretaker, that's the piece I'm like, I don't understand that. Is that the boyfriend? Or was there like a nanny, an au pair, if you will, chilling in the cut? That's one thing that I'm still trying to understand. Because an adult caretaker reported him missing. So was it Jesse or no? That's one thing I wish they would clarify a little bit. Hopefully they will say that in a little bit. Okay. Of course, they said there's no indication that any other children or individuals are in the community are in danger. Of course, we already know that. We're extremely worried and we're all emotional at this point. And at the moment, Elijah View's uncle said this, and we don't want to think of the bad stuff that may have possibly happened to him, but we are hopeful. And they should. They got to hold on to hope as long as they can, as long as they can, because that's the right thing to do, right? See, that's the thing. Yeah, Sadie. It says caretaker, doesn't say guardian. And in fact, it doesn't say boyfriend either. Doesn't say boyfriend called. So I'm wondering what's up with that. I'm really wondering what the heck is up with that. Okay. But before we continue, please do me a favor, hit that like button down below. Like I said, I'm still learning about this case. Like I know a good piece of it, but I don't know all of it. So I'm learning pieces of it with you guys. I mean, this is kind of why I love doing these kind of lives. We kind of figure these things out together, right? So please hit that like button down below. If you can, send it past, let's see. Let's get it past 300 likes real quick. That would really, really mean a lot, okay? That would really, really mean the world to me. Okay. A like don't cost a thing. It just helps with the channel, helps with the show. Hit that subscribe button. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure you hit that follow button on my Facebook page, please. And thank you. That would be greatly, greatly appreciated. I see a bunch of y'all over there. See a bunch of y'all on X as well. Follow me on X, the Pascal Show, one word. So hit that follow button over there too. Okay. But K-Bay just said something I thought was interesting too. I don't understand these women who contribute to harming their child. Yes, mothers are the ones children trust the most. Damn right. That at least that's how it should be going down, right? That's what we think it is. But then we hear these kind of stories. We hear these kind of stories of women, couples even doing unthinkable things like this. This is the couple right here, y'all. This is the couple right here. Just take a look. Let that sink in. Let that soak in. Go ahead. You know what I mean? I need to take a drink of water anyway. I've been talking for 2 other shows, so my voice is a little tired. But look, take a look at these two mugs. Don't worry. I'll wait. Yeah. Get that all the way down to your plums. That's them. Those two are arrested. Those two are behind bars right now as we speak. You see the prison orange. Orange is the new black. You feel me? Yeah, that's them. By the way, that's not the biological father. That's the new dude. Okay, that's her new squeeze. All right? Just so you know. So, there you have it. Those two are locked up. And again, I'll show you his face, because we should see his face. And I hope we get justice, and I hope we get him found. And I honestly hope he's okay. Seriously. But stories like this, man, truly break my heart. Truly, truly, truly break my heart. So we got a couple videos I want to share with you guys right quick. We got a couple. Okay. Let's take a look. Hold on. That's weird. Hold on one second, guys. Shamalama ding dong. One second. Sorry, guys. I see you now. Okay. Try to do me dirty, bro. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Thought I had something and I didn't. So 2 seconds, guys. What the heck, yo? All right, let me try this.
Mother of Elijah Vu under arrest and in court.
Big developments today in the case of a missing 3-year-old boy in Manitowoc County.
The mother of Elijah Vu under arrest and in court. That court appearance coming 3 days after the Department of Justice activated an Amber Alert for her son. There is still no sign of Elijah. Law enforcement searched a landfill Thursday in Calumet County in the village of Hilbert, a little more than 40 miles west of Two Rivers, where Elijah disappeared. News Chopper 12 captured the exclusive view of federal agents using rakes and heavy machinery to search for any sign of Elijah. Two Rivers Police Chief saying we are exploring all possibilities. And we have now passed the 80-hour mark in this little boy's disappearance in Two Rivers.
12 News Kendall Keys live at the Manitowoc County Courthouse in Kendall. The boy's mother, as well as a man, are both being held on child neglect charges.
Katrina Bauer, who is Elijah's mom, and a man named Jesse Vang both appeared in court. We learned Elijah's mom would send him to Vang's home to be disciplined. Both are being held on charges of child neglect at this point and had separate bail hearings. Vang's address matches the apartment building in Two Rivers, where we've watched investigators focus a lot of their attention during the search for Elijah. During the hearing for the boy's mother, the district attorney said she sent Elijah to stay with Vang to be punished.
Stay with Vang to be punished. Why? That's the thing. I'm wondering. I mean, like, I get it. You know, kids are going to kid. Kids are going to be kids, right? Kids are going to be rambunctious. They're going to be rebellious. They're going to not do what you say, etc. So what happened here? And why would she sit here and say, let me take him over there and get him disciplined? Now, let me just say this too. Just because she had him go over there and get disciplined does not automatically mean that there was ill intent on that. But the fact that she went and took this kid over to a guy who already has a previous charge of bad things with kids is the worst thing she could have ever done. Okay? Also on top of this too, he's 3 years old. He's 3. Why would he be spending time or staying the night, for example, in that house under his supervision when he's your responsibility, Katrina's responsibility? So that doesn't make any sense either, right? Now, I don't think that I don't know what happened here, okay? But instantly I'm thinking if he's had a history of doing things, and it also depends on if she even knew about this stuff too. I don't know. But they're both locked up. They are both locked up. So it's not like she's sitting here going like, I didn't have any hand in doing this. I had nothing to do with this. I didn't know. I didn't know. No. She clearly knew. She clearly knew something was going on. She locked up too, right? So I understand like the thought process of what people will sit here and think. It's going to be plenty of questions, you know what I mean, bouncing back and forth, right? On why would he be watching the kid and why would she let him do this and all that stuff? Well, I guess that part doesn't really fully matter because at the end of the day, she's locked up too. So she had something to do with this for sure. Absolutely had something to do with this. And if it's party favors, El Boogie, I don't know. I don't know if D's were involved, if you get what I'm saying. I don't know. You know, it could just be very violent individuals being violent individuals to very fragile children. That could be it too, right? But we all know if they're both locked up, that definitely means they both did this together. So, but I still don't get it. Like, what you were having him go? What was it? You're having him go over there to spend time with Jesse Vang, so that he can learn how to be more of a man. He 3. So don't like what? He 3. It's dumb. It's just dumb. Oh, yeah, put her over there. People just dumb, yo. Let's continue.
She intentionally sent that child for disciplinary reasons for more than a week to the residence. She was aware of the tactics used and the lack of care provided. This was an intentional thing by her.
Oh,
and
boy.
On at least 2 occasions during interviews, she has provided false information on her whereabouts during the past week.
Tell me you did something wrong without telling me you did something wrong. Give me false information 3 times in a row about the places that you were in, of the places that you were at. Just do that for more, like where you've been for the past week, and just lie. Just straight up bold-faced lie. You know what I'm saying? That makes total sense. Okay? So make that make sense. This woman did something. She was involved with something in this case, for sure. Why would you lie? Especially if you're locked up, why would you be scared if you're trying to cover for your man? This is your kid, man. This is your kid. What's wrong with you? Really? What's wrong with you? I'm going to roll that back a little bit.
And provided the residence. She was aware of the tactics used and the lack of care provided. This was an intentional thing by her. And on at least 2 occasions during interviews, she has provided false information on her whereabouts during the past week.
And Kendall, some records in this case have
Terrible.
been sealed?
Correct, Joy. So usually court documents detailing allegations against a person are available when that person is charged or appears in court, but those documents have been sealed for now. The court commissioner set Katrina's bail at $15,000 and $20,000 for Vang.
That ain't enough. Okay? That ain't enough. They put a bail out for $15,000 for this piece of trash. And then for piece of trash number 2, $20,000. That's their bail. Give me a mother-loving break. You've got to be kidding me, y'all. Okay. See, this is the issue here, okay? This is the issue with the system. This is the issue that I have with the system, especially when it has to do with littles. This is the biggest problem. Because they can go right back out. They can pay a little bit of that bail, come right back out, and continue doing bad things. Or they see the inside of a courtroom, they do a plea deal, they do a McDougal, right? They get a little plea deal, they get a little slap on the wrist, and then they're shat back out into the world to continue doing exactly what they've been doing. They don't learn their lesson. They don't right their wrongs. Not at all. They just continue on with their BS and wreak havoc on other littles and other people. Like this guy right here, Jesse Vang. Okay? He has a history of doing this before already. He got pooped back out into the world like the excrement that he is. And guess what? Now we have a situation where we don't know where this kid is. Now we don't know where Elijah is. They're looking in a mother-loving landfill. I'm going to repeat that again. They're looking in a mother-loving landfill right now. Or, maybe they took the night off. But I'm sure they're going to reconvene tomorrow, back into their search, looking for this little kid. Why? Because this mother lover, Vang, and I mean, this sounds like this is her first offense in this regard, okay? I don't know her whole breakdown in her story. But no matter what, this is a guy that had already been charged with something in the past. Now he's back out. And now we got this little boy gone. And she was a ride or die. Ride or die. She cares more about the love of this man than the love of her own flesh and blood. Ain't that something? The things people do for love. Right?
Both are still in jail. Meanwhile, Elijah is still missing. We also met some of Elijah's relatives we have not yet heard from. Their focus as this search continues on 12 News at 5.
Once again, Kendall Keys reporting live from Manitowoc County. Thank you. So let's get you caught up on what we know so far. The news first broke on Tuesday.
That's when the Department of Justice activated the Amber Alert for Elijah. A caregiver reported last seeing him around 8 a.m. that morning. The police did not elaborate beyond that detail. That night, we saw the community mobilize multiple search efforts in and around Two Rivers. We saw investigators collecting evidence from a dumpster at an apartment building. We also spotted them collecting a shoe similar to the kind police say Elijah was last seen wearing.
Went to a dumpster. I'm going to roll that back because that's some really big pieces of information here. And again, I hate to say it, but doesn't this scream Elijah? No, doesn't this scream Quentin Simon? I'm so sorry. Doesn't this scream Quentin Simon? Just a little bit. Don't worry, I'm going to play it again. Here we go.
Elaborate beyond that detail. That night, we saw the community mobilize multiple search efforts in and around Two Rivers. We saw investigators collecting evidence from a dumpster at an apartment building. We also spotted them collecting a shoe similar to the kind police say Elijah was last seen wearing. That search effort continued Wednesday when police made their first public comments on the case, reading a prepared statement but not answering any questions.
And then on Thursday, the focus in on the search moved to a landfill in nearby Hilbert. News Chopper 12 capturing this exclusive video. Right now, police are asking people to check their surveillance or doorbell cameras.
Man. Yeah, I don't know. Is it Darzilla? Thank you so much for the 10. There is no paying a little bit for they are both cash bail, her 15 and him 20. Judge even said she has to set bail, but he isn't going anywhere because he has a federal hold. I mean, that's good to know. That's great news to know. Thank you, Darzilla, for that update. And in putting in that information, I appreciate that information. Now, shoot, I hope that they stay in there. I hope that they stay in there. She shouldn't even be let go either. But you never know. There are people out here that will sit there and go, she didn't do anything wrong. She's innocent. Okay. Like the Leilani situation. Remember all that whole drama? Leilani Simon and all that, the parents, the mother, the household just holding it down for her and all this BS. Remember that? They all thought that she was innocent, that she did no wrong, but you knew for a fact she did some wrong. She did hella wrong. They were out doing shots of tequila at the local bar, kicking it like the kid was still alive out here in these streets. I mean, it was insane, guys. Okay? It was insane. And so I'm hoping that this is not the same situation, okay, as the Quentin Simon case. Please don't have that money. Please stay behind bars. Let her stay in there. Same with Vang. If he has something, if he has a federal hold, I'm very interested to see what that's all about as well, right? And why there's a federal hold on his ass. But at the same time, these are the people that don't deserve to be back on the streets out here. I still do believe that there needs to be harsher punishments for these types of crimes. These are the most vulnerable that we have. Our children. These are the most vulnerable. Okay? Young, impressionable, etc. And those that actually survive and get through that kind of trauma, sometimes they repeat what they learned. They repeat that trauma and they pass it on to another young, impressionable, little. And I'm sitting here going, man, you don't understand. It's cyclical and it keeps going on. It's like an infectious disease. It's disgusting and it needs to stop somewhere. It needs to stop somewhere. But these laws and these punishments are not harsh enough. Sorry, they're just not. Then you get these repeat offenders getting spat back out every couple years, and they go and do these things all over again. Look at what happened to Audrey. That piece of, oh, wow. That piece of trash, McDougal, hamburger, repeat offender, career criminal, shouldn't even see the light of freedom in the first place, but yet just processed and shat back out into the system, shat right back out into the world to go and wreak havoc. And I will say this too. I know we're talking about this right here, but I'm going to say what I got to say here about Audrey. I wouldn't be surprised if she is not the only victim he is unalived. And I'm hoping we unearth and we find out more information about this monster, because that guy he doesn't even have a short wick. He has no wick. Okay. He has no patience. He goes to 0 to 1,000 really fast. That is a very dangerous man. And there have been plenty of other people that have talked about how he's been out here losing his doggone mind. And yet he gets caught and he gets processed and he does his time or whatever. And then he gets spat right back out into the world to wreak havoc and get caught again. And guess where we're at now? Now we have Audrey gone. And there's rumors about the other possible unthinkable things that may have happened to her while she was alive that could be the reason why she lost her life as well. Because of this career criminal piece of trash, McDougal. And now we look at the same thing here with these two individuals. Okay. One already has history. Already has a history of doing some bad things, especially to little people. And now we're looking at this situation. That's why when I look at a bail of $15,000 and $20,000, it's almost laughable. And I don't laugh at it because, ha ha ha, it's the funniest thing I've ever heard. No, it's what they are able to get out. They can do you know what I mean? Sure, he's got a federal hold, but no matter what, $20,000? Really? Really? That's unbelievable to me. It's unbelievable. That kid's life is way more than that. This kid's life, if he's gone, and God forbid, I hope he's not. I hope he's still alive. All right? But if he's gone, his life is more than that. Way more than that. I'm pulling up a few more things for you guys. Sorry. Just these things, y'all.
Happening now as the search is on for a 3-year-old boy from Wisconsin. Ryan Smith joins us at the live desk with how the search is ramping up.
But first, Dee, we have brand new video just in at the live desk tonight. A crowd in Two Rivers, Wisconsin, gathering there tonight for this candlelight vigil for missing 3-year-old Elijah View. Dozens there praying tonight, just hoping that boy will soon be found safe. Police releasing some brand new details on this late tonight. They say he was abducted from his home, and at this hour, they do believe he is in danger. He was reported missing yesterday morning, and authorities then quickly issuing that Amber Alert.
Since the moment Elijah was reported missing, our law enforcement from local, state, and federal agencies, along with dedicated volunteers and community members, have been working tirelessly around the clock to search every inch of our city.
People in that very community out in full force today, alongside SWAT members and police, helping search through the area the boy was last seen. Many neighbors out there saying they were driven to go out and help law enforcement.
You can tell by the community around here that it just hits close to home. No one wants to see a little boy or really anyone go missing from our neighborhood. We like to think that our neighborhood is a safe area for us to live in and raise our children. So to have something like this hit so close, it just makes us want to hug our kids a little bit more and pray that we can bring Elijah home.
I mean, I agree. I mean, I'm really hoping that we get this figured out, and we figure out where he is at and what the story is here, because this is it's just too terrible to even believe. But again, this is not our first rodeo in a story like this. Mind you, the police have been searching high and low. They went to a dumpster, okay? They found, from what it looks like, shoes that match the description of Elijah's shoes, right? So what do you think could have possibly happened? Something bad happened. Maybe homeboy, or both of them, were ruling with an iron fist, if you get what I'm saying, and did a Harmony Montgomery. Because this is kind of a sprinkling of Quentin Simon and Harmony, except not months, not several months, but several days. So I'm thinking last week, not this week, not even Tuesday, something bad happened. They hurt that little boy. Either it was collectively or it was by one of their hands. They freaked out and they did what they did with Quentin Simon. Bagged, put in the trash, and waited. Didn't say anything, but just waited to make sure that trash was going to be successfully dumped and moved out. And then they sat and waited for any news. Maybe any reportings. And then, I don't know, maybe one of them, their conscience came into play and said, okay, I'm going to call the cops now. And then they called the cops. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of in this situation. Because if police are looking at all the way back from the 12th, all the way up to the 20th, clearly shows that something bad happened way before the 20th, and they tried to cover their tracks as best as they could by not saying anything, and of course, having him disappear, having him suddenly vanish. And maybe in their minds, they're thinking, without a body, you can't get charged, right? But remember, we just saw Adam Montgomery get found guilty on all counts for what he did to Harmony Montgomery. Remember that? Which I'm very, very happy about, okay? Yay. Justice for Harmony. But we still, mind you, we still do not know where Harmony Montgomery's body is. We don't know where it is. The only person that knows where her body is right now is Adam Montgomery. Yet they still charged him. Yeah, he was still found guilty. Yeah, he's going to be behind bars for the rest of his natural life. God willing. So it doesn't even matter if they said, oh, yeah, if we don't see, if you don't see him, if you don't know where he is, then they can't put anything on us. No, they still can. They most definitely can. And it also depends. Here's the other thing, too. Let's not forget, because it's kind of the same thing that happened to Adam Montgomery. Someone started squawking and started putting the blame on Adam. Remember Kayla? She went up to the stand. She said all those things, dropped some serious bombshells. It was mind-blowing what she said about what Adam did before, during, and the several months after the demise of that precious little girl. You don't think Katrina, if she's looking at a lesser charge, you don't think she's going to sit there and start squawking? I'm just saying. Just saying. Only time will tell. But it also depends on if they find little Elijah. I'm hoping that they find him alive. I really, really do. But right now, this kid is out there and no one knows where he is. And that's a big problem, y'all. And they're searching areas. They're doing everything they can. But it's crazy to me that they are doing landfill searches right now. Real talk. Can't believe that. Hold on. I'm pulling up this video for you guys to see. Unbelievable.
It's now been 50 hours since authorities issued an Amber Alert for Elijah Vu. News Chopper 12 flew over Calumet County today as the FBI and police combed through a landfill in Hilbert.
That's nearly 40 miles west of Two Rivers, where police say Elijah was last seen. That's where 12 News' Kendall Keys is live tonight. Kendall, authorities have 2 people in custody.
Elijah's mother and another man who lives in this apartment building where investigators have been searching and collecting evidence. Right now, both are in custody. I'm told both are held on child neglect charges.
Okay, take a look at that. Like, just take a good look at that. I'm going to let you guys have a second to look at that. This is Quentin Simon like a mug, y'all. Quentin Simon like a mug. Also, by the way, I'm still wondering about if there was any new updates, okay, on Quentin Simon. I haven't heard anything about Layla in a long time. But look at that ish, y'all. This be real. And they're in the middle of doing all of that. That's just insane to me, guys. And they took several days. With Quentin. So I'm wondering the same thing with Elijah. I really hope he's not there. Okay. But Holly Morrison, thank you so much for the $3 super sticker. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Nicole B said, I'm chipping my kids, period. Man, you shoot, LoJack, put a Apple, whatever those Apple tags on them kids. I mean, shoot, it's insane. Okay. But this is just crazy, y'all.
The search for missing 3-year-old Elijah Vu crossed county lines Thursday. News Chopper 12 capturing exclusive video of FBI agents in hazmat suits searching a landfill in Calumet County. Heavy machinery working near a blue tent. The FBI telling 12 News they're assisting Two Rivers police in their investigation of the missing boy, but would not say what, if anything, they found.
Chief, do you have the suspects right now? And where are the mother and father in all of this?
Sorry, we're not going to take any questions at this time.
Of course not.
The search follows a news conference Wednesday night with Two Rivers police where investigators refused to take questions and revealed very little about the investigation. 12 News learning police arrested Elijah's mother, Katrina Bauer, and another man early Wednesday morning. They're currently being held on child neglect charges.
Nobody's confirming anything at this point. So we're just kind of like lingering around. And
I'm wondering if the aunt, this is Elijah's aunt, okay? I'm really wondering, this is the daddy, the biological father's sister, all right? Just so you know, because she's a View as well. And so I'm wondering if she's done any other interviews aside from this, because I'm really curious about that too.
hopefully we can get some answer from anybody at this point.
Heartbroken
doubt.
relatives are desperate to know more about Elijah's disappearance.
Our heart is still so heavy about it. And we really just want him found and safe and back home.
Tuesday night, 12 News was there when investigators collected a small slip-on shoe with...
Take a look at that. Let me blow that up so you guys can see it. Yeah, them guilty, Sinaloa. Them guilty as F. Come on. Come on now. Shoot, man.
dinosaurs on it outside this Two Rivers apartment building. Investigators also going through the building's dumpster. Online court records showing the man under arrest lives in the building.
Kendall.
So you can easily put two and two together here and do the math and realize that, okay, a shoe that closely described what he was last wearing. And I'm sure there was other items and whatnot in the dumpster. Come on. Think about that. Unless, and there's a big unless, and also you got to remember, those two could be cooperating behind while they're being locked up. They could be, you know, but there's a good possibility something happened. And obviously all breadcrumbs are leading them towards the landfill, or they did something else, moved his body somewhere else, but threw some of his clothing over there. Maybe they were trying to throw the police off. I don't know. But to me, it feels like they are somewhat cooperating to a certain extent so that they can at least be out there in the landfill. You got to remember, that's countless hours. They got to be, the police have got to be so sure, because you're putting a lot of taxpayer dollars out there in that landfill, spending numerous hours searching through muck. So I don't think that they're trying to, I don't think they did that to throw off 5-0. But then again, you never know. They may have. I mean, we've covered some crazy stories on this show. So that any of that is possible. Let's hear what they got to say here.
You've been in Two Rivers every day since police issued the Amber Alert on Tuesday. You've noticed a change in search efforts today.
Hey, Kristen, Tuesday and Wednesday, we could see community members and police actively searching. Today, it's much quieter. There's just one police car that's sitting at this apartment building, and we've seen no organized searches.
Yeah. Like I said, my prayers are going out to this kid because this is just, I still can't believe it. Okay. I really still can't believe it. To think that this is to think that this story is real and it's happening right now. But one thing I will say, I haven't really seen a lot of people talking about this case. And I'm not sitting here saying that they have to, but it is interesting nonetheless that this little boy has yet to be found. This is happening in Wisconsin. And I know this is right around the same time that we were all basically hyper-focused on Audrey and finding Audrey. But now that we're basically, the chapter of trying to find her has been closed. I hope that we can get our energy and our focus towards Elijah and trying to find out where this little boy is. And I'm not saying like what they did. Like, I ain't saying like going out to the people's houses and making their lives a living hell and all that stuff. I ain't saying that. Also, the two main people of interest or suspects are locked up right now. So they ain't out yet, you know? But I'm just saying, like, the same energy would, I think, be extremely crucial in trying to find this young boy. Because he could be anywhere. He could very well be in that landfill, but he could also be anywhere. And so, like I said, this is, just a little bit of information. Like I said, there's not a lot of information about this about the young boy and how he went missing and whatnot. But I'm hoping that as we continue to keep our eye on this case, we get more information, right? Because I hope we find him. And I really do hope that we find him alive. But a lot of times we don't get as lucky with that. And of course, the fact that they're looking in a landfill, again, I don't think this is a rescue. This is a recovery. And we will see. Like I said, I'm heartbreak. My heart is breaking. We got to have we must have harsher punishments. Harsher punishments and harsher laws for crimes against our kids. Okay? We most definitely do. And it angers me, it burns my cookies that people like the ones that we have been covering as of late just keep getting spat back out into the world to wreak havoc and hurt our little kids. That's not cool. We need to figure something out here because I think we got things backwards. It's almost like opposite day when it comes to these people who are constantly hurting and traumatizing our little ones. That is not right. We got to figure something out quickly. And I hope we figure it out soon. How? I don't know. I'm not a politician. Okay? But I hope we figure something out. Somebody's got to make something happen, and soon. Anyway, guys, that is the show. I appreciate all y'all for being here. Woo. 3 shows like that. Bang, 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 bang. Hamburger. I appreciate all y'all for being here. It really does mean a lot. Okay? I'll be back on tomorrow morning, maybe on something way lighter, a much lighter conversation, because we might just need something that we can laugh at or just talk about that's not as heavy. Have mercy. But nonetheless, we do need to talk about this, so I'm glad that we did talk about it. I'm going to keep an eye on this case, keep an eye on this story, and we will talk about it more when more information comes out, okay? But I do appreciate all y'all for being here. Have a great rest of your night. Do me a favor. Hit that like button down below. Please and thank you. That would really, really mean the world to me, okay? Hit that like button. Crush it, crush it, crush it. Of course, do not forget to hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook. Crush that follow button, please and thank you. All right? Check out my Patreon. It's in the ticker going that way underneath me as we speak. Hit that join button. Become a member if you appreciate how I tell these stories and how I break the news to you guys. All right? And check out PascalMerch.com. All right? Oh, and also, if you can, go subscribe to my secondary channel, The Pascal Show Clips. All right? Got some new stuff coming out over there this coming week, top of this coming week. So be on the lookout for that. Subscribe over there. Trying to get to 2,000 subscribers over there. Just a small bump over there. Okay? So hit that subscribe button over there. That'd be greatly, greatly appreciated. Anyway, guys, It is time to get going. Much love to you guys. Have a great rest of your night. I'll most likely see you guys in the morning. Okay? Have a wonderful, blessed, and relaxing night. I'll be talking to you soon. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. See you guys soon. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.